Hi everyone, my name is Leora Kaye. I'm a rabbi and I'm so excited to welcome you to Storytime with JKids Radio. The story I'm going to tell today is called Building Bridges, Not Walls. It's a story about two families. These two families who lived across a river from one another, and they had really come to be quite close over the years. As their families grew, as they had more children, they did all kinds of things together. They celebrated the simchas, those grand celebrations that happen in families, and they were there for each other even when things were hard. When one family might need just a few coins to make it through the week, or the other family might need help making sure that the kids got to school on time, they both helped each other in every way they could. However, it did get to a point in their lives and in their friendship when they started to bicker here and there. One family felt that the first family hadn't actually helped as much as they could to make Shabbos dinner for the Sabbath the week before, and the second family thought that the first family hadn't actually gotten their kids to school on time at all. In fact, all of the kids were late. And so they started to remember the bickering a little bit more than they remembered the good times. And even in the bickering, one family thought it had happened one way, and the other family thought that it had happened in a completely different way. And in fact, they were probably both remembering it as well as they could. But they started getting angrier and angrier. And so angry to the point that they stopped talking to each other altogether. And in fact, so angry to the point that one family decided to hire a worker to build a wall between them. They hired the worker, and the worker decided that he would take on the job, and he heard the whole story and exactly what it was they wanted, and even in fact how it was they had gotten to this point. The worker wasn't so upset though when he found out that the family that had hired him was going to be away while he did the work. And he did everything that he set out to do. But when the family came back, they were very upset because they found that it was in fact that the worker hadn't built a wall between the families, but had in fact built a bridge. It was a very nice bridge that this worker had built, and they went to start to find him because as nice as it was, they were still upset. They went to start to find him to yell at him when in fact they saw the other family starting to come across the bridge. They were sure that they were going to be mad also, but as they got closer, they saw that they had very gentle smiles on their faces. And they came to the first family and they said to them, "You know, we saw that you had hired a worker, and at first we figured it was to build a wall between us, but then we saw that in fact you had him build a bridge to bring us back together." And even though it's not exactly what the first family had done, they too admitted that in fact they had thought they would build a wall, but they were so glad that the worker had built a bridge. And the two families together decided that whatever it was that they could do to bring them back together, to make them friends again, is exactly what they would do. It was so much nicer being together, celebrating and sharing and helping each other than it was to be bickering.